Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. In a world where dating apps, social media, and endless advice columns flood us with information, it's easy to get lost in the labyrinth of overthinking when it comes to love. How many times have you found yourself analyzing every text, every gesture, every word, wondering what it all means? Sabrina Alexis Bendory sure Overthinking It is the antidote to this modern-day love paralysis. Bendory, with her compassionate and no-nonsense approach, challenges the notion that finding love is about playing games, following rules, or being someone you're not. Instead, she invites you to strip away the pretenses, silence the inner critic, and embrace the power of authenticity. This book is more than just another dating guide, it's a manifesto for anyone tired of the exhausting cycle of overanalysis and self-doubt. Bendory's wisdom resonates with every page, reminding you that love isn't about being perfect or following a script. It's about being real, being present, and being true to yourself. If you're ready to stop sabotaging your chances at love and start building genuine connections, this book is your guide. Let's explore how embracing your true self can lead you to the love you've always desired. Introduction: The Journey to Authentic Love. The quest for love is one of humanity's most universal pursuits, and yet, it often feels like the most elusive. In a world where dating apps, social media, and the pressure to present the perfect version of ourselves dominate, finding genuine, lifelong love can seem like an insurmountable challenge. Sabrina Alexis Bendory sure Overthinking It, Find Lifelong Love by Being Your True Self, is a beacon of clarity in this complex landscape. This book is not just a guide to love, it's a call to authenticity, a journey inward to discover and embrace the truest version of yourself, and in doing so, to attract the kind of love that is lasting and real. As we delve into this review, we will explore the key themes of the book, examine Bendory's insightful advice, and engage with the personal stories she shares. This review will not only provide an analysis of the content but also immerse you in the narrative of what it truly means to find love by being your true self. This is a story-driven approach that mirrors the essence of Bendory's message, that love is not something you find by following a set of rules or pretending to be someone you're not. Instead, it is something that flourishes when you are authentically you. Chapter 1: The Trap of Overthinking. The opening of Your Overthinking It dives straight into a common pitfall that many of us face when it comes to love: overthinking. Bendory paints a vivid picture of how overthinking manifests in relationships. Through the lens of her own experiences and those of others, she shows how overanalyzing every word, action, and feeling can lead to unnecessary stress, confusion, and ultimately, self-sabotage. Bendory shares the story of Emma, a successful professional who has everything going for her except in the realm of relationships. Emma is smart, attractive, and has a great sense of humor. But when it comes to dating, she can't seem to get out of her own head. She overthinks every text message, every interaction, and every potential future with the men she dates. This overthinking creates a barrier between her and genuine connection. She is so caught up in her own thoughts that she can't be present in the moment, and as a result, her relationships falter before they even have a chance to begin. Through Emma's story, Bendory illustrates a powerful truth: overthinking is often a form of self-protection. We overthink because we are afraid of being hurt, of being vulnerable, of making the wrong choice. But in doing so, we close ourselves off from the very thing we desire most: true connection. Bendory's advice to those who struggle with overthinking is both simple and profound: let go. She encourages readers to trust themselves and the process of love. Instead of analyzing every detail, she suggests focusing on the bigger picture: how does this person make you feel? Do you enjoy spending time with them? Are you being true to yourself in this relationship? These are the questions that matter, not whether or not you should wait 3 hours to text back. Chapter 2: The Power of Vulnerability. In the second chapter, Bendory shifts focus to a topic that is closely related to overthinking: vulnerability. For many of us, being vulnerable is terrifying. It means opening ourselves up to the possibility of rejection, judgment, and pain. But as Bendory argues, it is also the key to deep, meaningful love. Through the story of Jason and Lily, Bendory explores the transformative power of vulnerability in relationships. Jason and Lily have been dating for several months, and while they both care deeply for each other, their relationship feels stuck. Jason is afraid to show his true emotions, fearing that Lily will see him as weak. Lily, on the other hand, is afraid to ask for what she really wants, worried that Jason will think she is too needy. Bendory recounts how a simple, honest conversation between Jason and Lily changed everything. One night, after a particularly frustrating argument, Lily finally broke down and told Jason how she felt. She admitted that she was scared of losing him and that she needed more reassurance from him. Jason, seeing Lily's vulnerability, felt a wave of relief. He realized that he had been holding back his own emotions out of fear, and that by doing so, he was pushing Lily away. In that moment, they both chose to be vulnerable with each other, to let down their walls and be honest about their fears and desires. This chapter highlights the importance of vulnerability in creating and sustaining a deep connection. Bendory argues that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It is the willingness to be seen for who you truly are, flaws and all. And it is this openness that allows love to flourish. Bendory also provides practical advice for cultivating vulnerability in relationships. She encourages readers to start small, sharing a fear, expressing an emotion, or admitting a mistake. Over time, these small acts of vulnerability build trust and intimacy, creating a solid foundation for lifelong love. Chapter 3: Embracing Your True Self. One of the central themes of Your Overthinking It is the importance of being your true self in relationships. In this chapter, Bendory challenges the notion that we need to change who we are to find love. Instead, she argues that love is most fulfilling and enduring when it is based on authenticity. Bendory introduces us to the story of Mark, a man who spent years trying to mold himself into the person he thought women wanted him to be. Mark was charming, successful, and always said the right things. But despite his best efforts, his relationships never lasted. He felt like he was constantly performing, and over time, this took a toll on him. It wasn't until Mark met someone who saw through his facade that he began to realize the importance of being himself. This woman didn't care about his job title or his polished appearance. She was drawn to his kindness, his sense of humor, and his passion for his hobbies. For the first time, Mark felt like he could be himself in a relationship. And as he let go of the need to impress, he found that he was not only happier, but his relationships were more fulfilling. Bendory uses Mark's story to illustrate a powerful lesson: the right person will love you for who you are, not who you think you need to be. She encourages readers to embrace their true selves, quirks and all. This means letting go of the pressure to be perfect and instead focusing on being genuine. This chapter also delves into the importance of self-acceptance. Bendory argues that before we can expect someone else to love us, we must first learn to love ourselves. She provides practical exercises for building self-acceptance, such as journaling, positive affirmations, and self-compassion practices. These tools help readers to reconnect with their true selves and to approach relationships from a place of authenticity. Chapter 4: The Dangers of Comparison. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing our relationships to those of others. In this chapter, Bendory explores the dangers of comparison and how it can sabotage our chances of finding true love. Bendory shares the story of Rachel, a woman who seemed to have it all: a successful career, a loving partner, and a beautiful home. But Rachel couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. She spent hours scrolling through Instagram, comparing her life to the seemingly perfect lives of others. She began to question her relationship, wondering if she should be with someone who was more ambitious, more romantic, or more attractive. This constant comparison created a sense of dissatisfaction in Rachel's relationship. She became distant from her partner, and their once strong connection began to weaken. It wasn't until Rachel took a break from social media and began to focus on her own relationship that she realized how much comparison had been affecting her. Bendory uses Rachel's story to highlight the importance of staying present in your own life and relationships. She argues that comparison is the thief of joy and that it can prevent us from appreciating what we have. Instead of looking outward for validation, Bendory encourages readers to look inward and to focus on what makes their own relationship unique and special. This chapter also provides practical advice for overcoming the habit of comparison. Bendory suggests setting boundaries with social media, practicing gratitude, and focusing on your own values and priorities. By doing so, you can cultivate a sense of contentment and appreciation for your own life and relationship. Chapter 5: Letting Go of Control. Another major theme in Your Overthinking It is the importance of letting go of control in relationships. Bendory argues that many of us try to control our relationships out of fear of being hurt, fear of being vulnerable, fear of the unknown. But this need for control can actually prevent us from experiencing true love. Bendory shares the story of Tom and Jane, a couple who struggled with control issues in their relationship. Tom was a planner, always needing to know what was going to happen next. Jane, on the other hand, was more spontaneous and preferred to go with the flow. This difference in approach led to tension and conflict between them. Tom often felt frustrated with Jane's laid-back attitude, while Jane felt stifled by Tom's need for control. It wasn't until they both began to let go of their need to control the relationship that they were able to find harmony. Tom learned to be more flexible and to trust Jane's instincts, while Jane learned to be more considerate of Tom's need for structure. By letting go of control, they were able to create a more balanced and fulfilling relationship. Bendory uses this story to illustrate the importance of trust in relationships. She argues that love requires a certain level of surrender, a willingness to let go of the need to control every aspect of the relationship and to trust in the process. This doesn't mean abandoning your own needs or boundaries, but rather being open to the natural ebb and flow of the relationship. This chapter also offers practical advice for letting go of control. Bendory suggests mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, to help calm the mind and reduce the need for control. She also encourages readers to practice trust-building exercises with their partners, such as open communication and vulnerability. Chapter 6: The Role of Communication. Communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, and in this chapter, Bendory delves into the importance of clear, honest, and compassionate communication in finding and maintaining lifelong love. Bendory shares the story of Sarah and Mike, a couple who struggled with communication in their relationship. Sarah often felt unheard and unappreciated, while Mike felt misunderstood and criticized. Their lack of communication led to frequent arguments and a growing distance between them. Bendory recounts how a simple change in their communication style transformed their relationship. Instead of accusing or blaming, they began to express their feelings and needs in a more constructive way. They learned to listen to each other without interrupting, to validate each other's feelings, and to approach conflicts with a problem-solving mindset. This chapter highlights the importance of active listening in communication. Bendory argues that many of us listen to respond, rather than to understand. She encourages readers to practice active listening, which involves fully focusing on the speaker, acknowledging their feelings, and responding with empathy. Bendory also emphasizes the importance of nonverbal communication. She shares tips for reading body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions, which can often convey more than words alone. By being attuned to these nonverbal cues, you can improve your communication and deepen your connection with your partner. This chapter provides practical exercises for improving communication, such as reflective listening, I statements, and regular check-ins with your partner. By practicing these skills, you can create a strong foundation of trust, understanding, and mutual respect in your relationship. Chapter 7: The Art of Compromise. Compromise is an essential part of any successful relationship, and in this chapter, Bendory explores how to navigate the delicate balance between maintaining your individuality and finding common ground with your partner. Bendory introduces us to the story of Alex and Mia, a couple who faced a major conflict when they decided to move in together. Alex loved city life and wanted to stay in their downtown apartment, while Mia dreamed of living in the suburbs. This disagreement created tension and resentment between them, as neither wanted to give up their dream. Through their story, Bendory illustrates the importance of compromise in relationships. She argues that compromise doesn't mean giving up what you want, but rather finding a solution that works for both partners. In the case of Alex and Mia, they eventually found a middle ground by moving to a neighborhood that was close enough to the city for Alex, while still offering the suburban lifestyle that Mia desired. Bendory offers practical advice for navigating compromise in relationships. She suggests approaching compromise with an open mind and a willingness to listen to your partner's perspective. She also emphasizes the importance of focusing on the bigger picture: what is most important to you as a couple, and how can you both contribute to making that vision a reality? This chapter also explores the role of boundaries in compromise. Bendory argues that healthy compromise requires clear boundaries and a strong sense of self. She encourages readers to communicate their non-negotiables and to respect their partner's boundaries as well. By doing so, you can create a relationship that is both flexible and respectful of each other's needs and desires. Chapter 8: Building a Strong Foundation. In the final chapter of Your Overthinking It, Bendory focuses on the importance of building a strong foundation for lifelong love. She argues that a lasting relationship is built on trust, respect, communication, and shared values. Bendory shares the story of Emily and James, a couple who have been married for over 20 years. Despite the ups and downs they've faced, their relationship has remained strong because they have built a solid foundation based on mutual respect and trust. They have learned to navigate challenges together, to communicate openly and honestly, and to support each other's growth and happiness. Bendory uses their story to illustrate the importance of investing in your relationship. She argues that love is not something that just happens; it requires effort, commitment, and a willingness to grow together. She encourages readers to view their relationship as a partnership, where both partners are equally invested in each other's happiness and well-being. This chapter also explores the role of shared values in building a strong foundation. Bendory argues that while physical attraction and shared interests are important, it is shared values that truly sustain a relationship over the long term. She encourages readers to have open conversations with their partners about their values, goals, and vision for the future, and to ensure that they are aligned on these key issues. Bendory also provides practical advice for maintaining a strong foundation, such as regular date nights, open communication, and practicing gratitude. By prioritizing your relationship and continually investing in it, you can build a love that is resilient, fulfilling, and lifelong. Conclusion: The Path to Lifelong Love. You're Overthinking It, Find Lifelong Love by Being Your True Self, is a powerful and insightful guide for anyone seeking true, lasting love. Through relatable stories, practical advice, and a focus on authenticity, Bendory provides a roadmap for navigating the complexities of modern relationships. At its core, this book is about embracing your true self and letting go of the need to be perfect. It's about being vulnerable, communicating openly, and building a relationship based on trust, respect, and shared values. It's about finding love not by overthinking every detail, but by being present, authentic, and true to yourself. As you embark on your own journey to find lifelong love, let Bendory's words serve as a reminder that the most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. When you love and accept yourself fully, you create the space for someone else to love you for who you truly are. And that is the foundation of lifelong love. This review has provided an immersive, narrative-driven exploration of Sabrina Alexis Bendory's You're Overthinking It, Find Lifelong Love by Being Your True Self. By weaving together the key themes and lessons of the book with relatable stories and practical advice, we hope to have given you a deep and engaging understanding of the book's message. Whether you're single, dating, or in a long-term relationship, Bendory's insights will resonate with anyone who is seeking to find and maintain true, authentic love. Read the book to learn more, and if you enjoy my content, consider subscribing to support the channel and stay updated on future uploads. Thank you.